Recording in progress.
Good morning, sir.
वो शरीरा वो शरीरार्थ करते रहे वो बस उतना ही जबरदस्त होगा।
ये
मैंने कहा उसी नाम को ही लाइवली कर सके अपनी होल लाइफ में तो वो ही सबसे बेहतर होगा।
हाँ हाँ हाँ, क्योंकि क्या है कि आनंद
जी
हम बोले या ना बोले पर हर व्यक्ति आनंद चाहता है, इच्छा होती है।
बिल्कुल।
आनंद की खोज
यस
में जीवन बीत जाता है। और
एक्चुअली।
मैं बच्चों का डॉक्टर हूँ।
अच्छा जी, पेरियोडिक।
कभी कभी जलन होती है बच्चों को देख कर के बच्चे कितने आनंदित रहते हैं। कोई किसी का कोई टेंशन नहीं, कोई स्ट्रेस नहीं, कोई परेशानी नहीं।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
हम्म।
नहीं, एक्चुअली द लाइफ शुड बी लाइक दैट। आपके पास कितने भी दिक्कतें हों, कितने भी कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी हो, बट अगर आप उनको भी हंसते हुए नहीं देख सकते तो फिर क्या है? You cannot actually justifying with your own existence in that way.
ट्रिक तो यही है ना कि एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन, हाउ टू
जी
लेट गो।
यस यस
हाउ टू लेट गो मतलब
एग्जैक्टली।
दिमाग में फालतू चीजें हैं पर वो फालतू चीजों को वेपोराइज भी करना है,
बिल्कुल।
मतलब भगाना भी है। यू कैन
यस
से
यस
नेगेटिव
यस
थिंग।
100%।
जिसके पास वो पावर रहता है कि वो बहुत ही सहजता से
जी
इजिली लेट गो कर देता है,
जी
उसके
बिल्कुल
पास में बोझ नहीं होता ना, ब्रेन में बोझ नहीं होता।
बिल्कुल। आई 100% एग्री। चलिए हम लोग सेशन को स्टार्ट करें अभी या और वेट करें?
We'll wait
10
for
मिनट
2 minutes. We'll wait
ओके
for 2 minutes.
ठीक है। यार सुबह सुबह लोगों को कमिटमेंट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट। बट एक्चुअली
तो
मुझे लगता है कि ये जो मॉर्निंग की चीज होती है ना, दिस इज द बेस्ट थिंग फॉर ट्रांसफॉर्मिंग द लाइफ इनटू द राइट राइट वे। इवन उठ के बैठ जाओ ना, तब भी आपको कुछ ना कुछ चेंजेस अपने जीवन में जरूर दिखने लगेंगे।
Agreed. वो तो सही बात है। हम लोग कोशिश ही करते खाली उठ के बाहर आने की, तो वही एक एफर्ट आ जाता
बिल्कुल।
है हमारे अंदर।
लाइफ स्टाइल्स आर जस्ट मेकिंग people do the so many things now, working crazily, right?
And Dr. Umesh has come every day, right,
Wow.
Dr. Umesh? Yeah.
आनंद जी ये बताइए, आपके
जी
एस्टिमेट में
जी
एक या डेटा होगा आपके पास,
जी
आपके एस्टिमेट में कितने परसेंटेज लोग
जी
योगा करते होंगे? मतलब जो है कि ऐसे ही एक सॉर्ट ऑफ डेटा मींस करना तो सबको है।
बिल्कुल सर। वैसे तो अगर जिस तरीके से मैंने योगा को समझा है, जाना है, उस हिसाब से तो मैं देखता हूँ कि हर कोई एक व्यक्ति योगा जरूर कर रहा है। ठीक है, बट अगर हम डेडिकेटेडली कमिटेड वाइज अगर प्रैक्टिकली उस चीज में जाएं तो मुझे लगता है कि 35% पीपल आर प्रैक्टिसिंग योगा। still a big numbers of the people are still untouched, and they have their own, like if and buts for starting their practice or going into this side or exploring this yoga side of their life. Yeah. Hi, Sanjay ji.
Hello.
Hi, hi. Yeah.
Good morning, Sanjay. Good morning. Good morning, Sanjay.
Good to see you.
Okay, so I think we'll begin. We'll
Yeah.
start. People can just, so before we begin, I'll give you a small introduction about Anand sir. Just a moment. Yes, so we are back to PosiFest, and we have AnandG Shrivastava today with us. He is the founder of Yogpathic App. He is a true yoga fitness craftsman and a luminary in the world of holistic wellness. He is known for his adventurous spirit and out-of-the-box thinking. He embodies the essence of a nature's wild man and an athletic vagabond, embracing life's challenge with vigor and grace. Anandji's journey as an adventurous vagabond and spirit warrior has shaped him into a Renaissance master, leading with creativity, balance, and a deep connection to the natural world. His innovative approach to yoga and wellness has empowered countless individuals to unlock their potential, both physically and mentally. A true spirit warrior and a guiding light in the wellness space, AnandG is here to inspire and uplift those who cross this path. A very warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Dr. Okay. Thank you so much. Such a nice introduction you have given. But let's come to our today's topic, which is I'm conducting this discussion over the finding your spiritual discoveries and your reflections, which coming from your spiritual path, or there is any obstacle in them. So let's start one by one. If this interaction could be like two ways, that will be I will be looking. You all can definitely open up your cameras if comfortable, and even in the middle of that, please do not hesitate to come up with your questions or your theories to discuss, or any particular views if you have. Do not afraid or do not scared to share with us. Okay, Chaliye, let's start up this. So, like I personally have been practicing yoga from last 24 years professionally, and my starting journey of yoga was from my grandfather. When I was 8 year old, I started to go with him in the village side fairs, and there was amazing things happened to me in these fairs. So earlier there was a village fairs, right? जिनको हम मेला कहते थे, छोटे छोटे मेला लगते थे गांव में, और हम अपने दादा दादियों के साथ या ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स के साथ घूमने जाया करते थे उंगलियां पकड़ के. तो इसी एक मेले में एक ऐसी घटना हुई जिसमें मुझे एक स्नैक चार्मर से फेस टू फेस होने का मौका मिला. I was getting face to face with a snake charmer who was showing some tricks, and some like kind of show with the snake, and they were like this close to each other, but still the serpent was not able to bite to the string to the this fellow. And I was curious, and I started to ask my grandfather, how is this possible that 100 times this serpent have tried to bite this fellow, and he all the time saved himself. And he says my grandfather was very like knowledgeful as well, so he just answered me like, this is cause how the this person is doing his meditation. He's conducting this with his meditation, this act with mindfulness, and this is where it is coming up, that when this serpent is not able to connect to him each time. And he said like, you can also do this. So that curiosity leaded me to the spiritual path. And in this spiritual path, like I says, my grandfather himself was a very good into the spiritual field. He was a person who had Ramayan Mukhagra Yag. I mean, Like he can, on the lips, on the tongue, he can say the Ramayans from A to Z. So from there, this started all. So he told me that spirituality is not about something to go out. It is about very personal. It is about the reflection, what you are, and inside you are taking, and what it is coming outside, how it is being presented, how it is being, like felt by the other people. It is not the matter of you can teach somebody or somebody can learn from you. It is just the way we are in actual. So if very basic of this I go, I see like you might have the hands, you might have the eyes, you might have the different limbs and different part of body, which is visible. But there is some aspects which is non-visible. So since I started yoga journey, I go very depth into the yoga field. I study the different various scriptures as well as the spiritual books and things, just to explore and understand what actually the messages our ancestors have been put on there. So the message was simple, that to participate in this, sorrowful world with little joy in your heart, that is what it all needs. And for that, they are asking first to take care of your body, then take care of your mind, then take care of your, disciplinary actions, like how you are acting and correcting to yourself. So it's very interesting how the spirituality has been taken place today and how the people connect to it. And unfortunate or fortunate, I will say, but yes, there are a 50-50 ratio of the people who are practicing the spirituality into their daily life, and there is a half of the people in this planet, they are totally disconnect from this, or they think this is some alien thing, or this is something like occult. So there is a very fine line in between the spirituality what is coming from within and the spirituality you are adopting from the your environment. Like अगर आज हम लोग किसी foreign nation में जाते हैं, they understand us that we are the people who take the incense sticks or take the some lamps, and like this is what how the people assume us. Even the our own Indian families or communities, they can consider that this person is in spiritualism if they are doing the some reciting, some puja path and worships and all that. But again, what the spiritual, I think sometimes English is really a very good language that's clear the spirit, so like when you say spiritual, what it denotes, what it comes from, where it is coming to this term, to the spiritual spirit, like we are very known that what it is, it exists. Where it exists, we don't know, but it is there in us, in living, in non-living. Only somewhere it is actionable, somewhere it is not actionable into the practical life. So but like for example, if you goes to the any kind of objects which is not movable, even you break that, the sound comes there. And if you go into the depth of the science, then it says like wherever the sound dhwani is, that's all are living. Like that's where the recent praise about the sounds healing you might have heard. People are now discovering it, but we were doing it since long and long. We used to gather together and make these sounds and noise of the instruments. That is purifying you. That's a call of the spirit, right? And that's where, when the call of the spirit has been taken place, the spirituality comes in the play. So first step is that connecting and calling that spirit. Now to do that, there are various techniques to do such things, like you can be dedicated, give the some time to chant, recite, or do the some kirtan. Not necessary it need to be godly terms. It can be any reel that is very specific, very like solely words coming out from your chants or your reels. That can be also a connecting way or calling way to your spirit. Now once you are into that spirit level, he comes to the understanding that spirituality is really very, very, very personal and exclusive. Now, when you go to the spirituality, what happens to your life? What happens in your life? So I think first thing is that the spiritual aspect of your life will ask you or help you to get into the very subtle state. You will understand there are three gunas, right? Tamasic, Rajas, and Sattvic. These three gunas, which is I think Dr. Saab very well knows probably these things, but still I will mention here that these three gunas are very important. And think about our ancestor who just brought it up to the three sentences: Tamasic, Rajasic, and Sattvic. If you could understood these, I think you can sort out here a lot of problems of or complexity in your life. Not only the life which is visible, but also the life which is beyond that visibility. So when these three gunas are not in equal ratio, or maybe even one is higher, one is less, there is a side effect. There is a something which is going to be off in your life. Even it is a good one. Even the sattvic is too much, or even the rajasic is too much, or the tamasic is too much, that's going to give you the some kind of difficulties or complexity in your life. So again, why did I say about my grandfather in this session? Because the few things, like the older generation have had or had to pass on to us was just phenomenal. I mean, there is a things like you do and then you learn, and then there is a things which people have been experienced, and they are trying to let the other person understand that you don't need to go to the all these process, and just take it from here and move further from there. Like maybe the one experience might be to the Sakshi, one experience might be the Miss Kalavani, but then am I necessarily need to go on that? If I connect to you and if I am getting that from you, and my wit, my intellectuals, my wisdom is capable to take that experience from you and proceed it further from that state. That's where our ancestors have been come and keep doing these spiritual part, like where they ended up the journey. The next one start the journey from after that. So now today is the different phase. Everybody wants their own journey to happen, which is great. That's the along part. But why not? If there is something already on your plate, and why not to explore this into your own senses and make it more beautiful, more easy for the people. That's what also the Buddha have done. When Buddha came to this planet, and his father used to know that one day he is going to be the spiritual man, and he tried everything to stop him to go in that field, but that spirit call was so strong that he couldn't stop. That means I'm not asking you become the yeah.
आनंद जी
जी
एक one question is coming.
Please
If can I ask one small question?
Yes, please put on.
Sometimes
जी
I have been involved with this spiritual world for several years,
right.
and in one of the sort of interactions,
जी
I learned
जी
that our body
जी
has some vibrations.
right.
Our body has some vibrations,
Right.
and these vibrations, they develop a sort of a aura.
Right.
They develop a aura.
Yes.
Now this is invisible.
Yeah.
You were talking about visible and invisible.
Invisible. Right.
So some persons,
जी
if suppose there are two persons,
जी right.
one can understand कि यार ये हमारी compatibility,
बिल्कुल.
मतलब जो है कि ऑरा यदि अच्छा रहता है, वाइब्रेशंस यदि अच्छे
Yeah.
रहते हैं,
जी
then people sort of connect.
yeah.
और
Yeah.
यदि वो ऑरा डिसप्लीजिंग रहता है या
जी
जो भी है, नेगेटिव
जी
वाइब्रेशंस पता
जी
चल जाते हैं,
जी
तो देन पीपल डिस्कनेक्ट,
right
एंड वन कैन विद स्पिरिचुअलिटी
yeah
इंक्रीज द पॉजिटिव ऑरा,
right
पावर टू कनेक्ट। ये
yes
ऐसा कहीं मैं पढ़ा था,
so
मतलब जो है कि आई डोंट नो आपका।
yes, yes. No, you are very right. But I will still little light on that. Like if you ever heard the punch kosas, right? I'm sure that since you are the doctor, you might have been go little bit of the these Ayurvedic, philosophy of healing and all these. So this is called punch kosa, and in this punch kosa, there are called the five bodies, right? These five bodies called Anandamaya Kosa, Pranamaya Kosa, Manomaya Kosa, and Vijnanamaya Kosa, right? So these five kosas are always the part of the your aura cycle. Like what is coming, what is reflecting from you is invisible, but it is a vibrations that other people can feel. Like sometimes, let's forget the human, when you are standing and some dogs, some animals are just attracted towards you. I mean, they are feeling to closeness with you. Their distance is getting lessen. What is actually that is happening? Because animal doesn't understand our words. They only understand the energy. You can practically try to do it. Loudly say to a dog or any animal, they'll have the immediate different reflections versus you saying into the soft and normal voice to them. And again, the word have nothing to do. They cannot make the sense you are saying, oh, sweet boy, good boy, but etc. etc. Nothing. But that energy which is coming through your words in the form of vibrations is touching the animal's body. It's reaching. It's going in that. So this is also the part of aura that we need to clean our body. That is the purification is very important. For that there are various methods. You can always take a help of the any experts guidance for that. Like I will still mention the name of them. जैसे भूत शुद्धि एक बहुत ही पॉपुलर क्रिया है इसके लिए, that immediately cleans your these five bodies, five kosas. So these five kosas are the five bodies. Like again I say, Anandamaya kosa, blissful body, Pranamaya kosa, life force body, then Manomaya kosa, your mental body, then Vijnanamaya kosa, that is your curiosity, or you can say like spatial knowledgeful body, and again Annamaya kosa, that is your body which is you are mad of, physical your appearance. So these are the five bodies where you need to be clean and work on, so that your aura could be radiant, vibrant, at the same time very calming. So you might have also heard these kind of incidents that the people living in the forest and these wild animals not harming them or not, having encounters with them into the negative way. They are just ready to accept that coexistence. And this is only possible when you are purified. Now, the methods, Tratak, Bhut Suddhi, or to go, like even as a doctor, I think you will suggest to the people to change your ava hava. बोलते हैं ना कि आप अपनी थोड़ी सी हवा बदलिए. So what is actually you are changing? You are not changing anything, but you are changing that vibrational field. Like maybe if you go to the more mountain, more water bodies, more like like more pure environment, that's where you are start again to heal, and that healing is faster than the environment currently you are living or you are in. So I guess
नहीं, इसी इसी ऑरा को
जी
दूसरे शब्दों में पीपल
जी
से एनर्जी,
yes
I mean
yes
to say in a common word when we talk in society
yes
that oh you have got energy,
energy, right,
and
right.
यदि ऑरा कम हो गया है तो यार the energy is down.
Down, right, yes. So it's like again the degrees of you are getting and understanding how it is fluctuating, and that's nobody knows, right? the first one to be informed about it is you. So एक statement मैंने कहा कि there are two things. Either you can be in spirituality completely and forget rest of the things. Like now the people do, as we call them sadhus or aghoris, or who are dedicatedly in this part of their life in fully. Only the difference is that they being like these degree full education में उनकी थोड़ा सा lack होने की वजह से they are not very profound to come up and share their experiences in the right approach that could reach to the people. Otherwise, the mass has been completely changed. There would have been the right message reaching to them. But yes, I have been found the people into the such environment who are the like masters of the all universal degrees or the courses you might ever have. They have the knowledge of the quantum to the any possible scientific terms you can call it, or studies you can call it. So what is the spirituality is important. Where is that coming in our life? To always understand, always check the few things when we talks about the spirituality. Like what is my prakriti? Prakriti means my nature. Nature means not how I behave or what I do, but your elemental nature. Like, am I very warm kind of person? I'm very cold kind of person. I'm a very hesitant person. What is my degree? What is my course of actions comes from? Always to check and finding that warmth or that coldness or that hesitation, wherever this is coming, any actions from you, can you just go back and back and back, reversal process in that deep, in that depth, like where this action is coming from. So you will, whenever you will process these, you will reach to the root of your nature. And few time when you practice this, you find that, okay, so my nature is to stay peaceful. I'm telling my example. My nature is to stay peaceful until there is required actions which need some kind of, hot actions. Hot actions means I'm talking about the quarrel. I'm talking about the argues. I'm talking about the things where I need to tell that I am also a egoistic person. I cannot survive with that. But am I using these terms into the right manner, right place, right people, right time? Am I aware of these conditions, what is going on, and how I'm acting to it? How I am, reflecting myself against these, So these are very important. When you do go into that, you come to know that everything is happening from your side. Nothing is coming from the outside. Because the moment you start change in your mental state, the things start changing the outward, and that's what where these five bodies are I'm talking about. Like again, what?
Anand
Ji, sir.
Anand,
Yes.
you have rightly mentioned regarding our nature.
Yeah.
Our nature is different and everyone.
Yes.
Suppose someone, I am in a clinic
Yes.
and I get a patient
Yeah.
and he says that, Doctor Sahab, I sometimes get angry.
Yeah.
I sometimes get frustrated
Yeah.
and I get angry.
Yes.
Can you give me some spiritual solution for this?
Yes. 100%.
Because he is not able to, you can say, cope up
Yeah.
or handle that emotion,
Yeah.
he comes to me.
Yeah.
He comes
Right.
to me.
Right.
So can I sort of help
Yes.
him?
I will come on that. But yes, matlab, that is the going. We are going on that. So right now I just talk about the nature. But in the nature itself, if you see, I'm not talking again that nature what you are acting with the people. I'm talking the real nature of as your existence, as my existence, and that is not different. That is not different. Like for example, the love is everybody's need, right? The kindness is everybody's need. You know how far or how good we are into that. Like for example, if I am away from that loving nature or caring nature or kind nature, definitely I'm doing something destructive. The moment you forget that you love yourself and the people around you, they are also the same elemental people who you are made of, and their needs are the same as your needs are. Again, to make it little more easy to understand, I will say there is a my yoga classes going on, and there are 40 people in my yoga class. So most of the teachers have to try to go and correct the people when they are doing something wrong, or there is something which is risky for them. So you immediately try to help them. But I found it very difficult, honestly. I mean, I found like how anybody can tell somebody that what is going wrong, what is going right. How you can, in among the 40 peoples, how you can judge somebody that what is going wrong, and what somebody will be always there who you are missing out. So eventually over time practice, I realize like what my body is doing, same is the person's outside their body is doing. And when this is exactly happening in that way, it's also happening in my mental body as well. So what I'm thinking is the same thought going on there outside. So what is the outcome of this? I do not physically need to correct the person. I need to speak the my mind, what is I have noticed, or what is going on, or what is I'm receiving under this in whole environment of my class. So I think, okay, these persons have their head in wrong position, and I'm thinking it here in mentally that their head is not right. They need to put this little up or little down or little left or little right, and that is happening. That is happening there. So this is a very deep realization for my own self, that how is that possible among these 40 peoples I'm connecting somebody mentally. This is only to say that is mentally you are connecting, but there is more beyond that. What is that beyond thing? Again, that comes to the love and kindness. That's the most important terms. No matter what profession you are, what kind of work you do, what kind of like actions you do in your life, doesn't matter. But where these are coming from, are they based on the love? Are they based on the kindness? The rest of the sub elements, like maybe they are added with the scientific terms, maybe they are added with the some kind of like very ruler kind of philosophies terms, but still, are they based on love or kindness? If they cannot do this, they cannot understand, can you do this for them from your inside of the heart, from your these five bodies? Can these five bodies act in this love and kindness path? And you see that immediate there will be the change happening in the other person in the front of you. So again, the most important, how far you have been from your true nature to fulfill your adopted nature. So adopted nature is something like I need to smile because I'm into the business field. But I inside, do I feel that to do it? No, inside I am like, what the hell? This person has been made my day entirely, argumental. I don't feel easy. I don't feel comfort. But I'm still keeping the smile on my face. So that's the term I use in the beginning. Like, participate in this sorrowful world with the little joy in your heart, no matter what. Eventually, this act will keep you always connected to that love and kindness. Okay, I understand you are suffering. I understand I'm suffering, but I still give the more worth to that light, to that positivity, that love, that kindness. That is something going to solve your problem. Not in this way, but when you start acting on that in next 3 4 5 days of the action, there will be 100% chance. Because the true things will not leave you unchanged. They mean to change you because they are true.
Brilliant, brilliant. You
Yeah,
have,
thank you, sir.
I admire
Thank you
that
so.
you have so rightly mentioned about the power of love, the
Yes.
power of kindness.
Yeah.
And this is really very, very, love is a very, very powerful emotion. Kindness is a very, very powerful. Similarly,
जी
when patient comes to me,
जी
I ask them to practice gratitude.
जी
Gratitude to God, gratitude to nature, gratitude for everything.
very good sir.
So the food that I've got, gratitude for that.
जी
The laptop I have, gratitude for that.
yeah
So I mean to say, this also
yeah
works.
yes
What is
100%.
your opinion, sir? मतलब जो है कि on this
The gratitude wala thing, right? What you do and make the people do. So again, I say like, look, as I mentioned, there are three gunas, there are panch kosas. Doctor Saab, if somebody understand these panch kosas, which is very easy, if they just little effort makes to understand them, they can transform their life their own. Actually, these three gunas, if they understand these three gunas, they can completely transform their life too. But actually, the problem is that we easy things जो होती है ना कि हमको मिला हुआ है हमारे पास है, that's our khajana. We put it on the box lockers and wait for the days when the days comes and we will use. But spiritual khajana is something, if you are not using it, it will disappear and you will not able to again find it. To reconnect to it, you have to again do, because again this is the true things. These are the true things. So true things doesn't wait. Either they'll change you or they will move from you away. You know, the much you stop your practice. So the gratitude is the same way, I think, as there is a three gunas, there are five bodies, five kosas. Same way the gratitude is. Like it is the shortest manner of all kind of, you know, spiritualism. If you are not having the time to do your practices of spiritualism, start doing the gratitude. The gratitude is the most easiest path to get into your spiritual practice, to feel the spiritual and to feel the divine. More than the spiritual, I will say the divine. If divine is the term, if you try to find it into the every action of your course, every yeah, Sanjay ji, you are right. Attitude of gratitude is the best answer to any situation and any place. But yes, I mean, if you try to find that this divinity in everything, like for example, Sakshi, if you are cooking the food, you know, and just cooking a food can be so divine, so spiritual, or can be the so harassment.
Yeah, true.
You know, like, but if even a person who feel the cooking food is harassment for them, or maybe kind of I'm using some weird terms, but the point is like, no, today's people have these problems in
Yeah.
life. Oh, my husband asked me to cook, or I cannot cook for my husbands, and this and that, I cannot cook. I say like, you cannot cook, right? That's great, but why is this word in your terms like I cannot?
Yeah.
Did you ever try anything, even it is like just making a mixing of few drops of water or some essence or eatable non-chemical liquids, something you did try to
Yeah.
make for yourself? No, even the water you are drinking, could you test the water? Did anybody tell me here what is the test of the water? Please do find it. I will let this leave to you. It is also very spiritual when you find out what is the test of water, and when you will try to search this out, there will be a lot of awakening in your spiritual side. So please do seek for that. What is the test of the water?
hey,
Okay.
I'll tell you about
Yes, yes,
Anand.
yes.
I have done this.
Yeah,
I got a one important message from a Japanese scientist.
yeah, G,
Now he has done scientific proof of that.
G,
What he did was,
yeah,
suppose there is a water.
G,
We have got a water that we drink.
yes,
So he says that if before drinking water, you say to
yeah,
the water,
yeah,
in a soft way
Right.
that I love my body.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
am a loving individual.
Yeah.
So what will happen is that each H2O, that water,
Right.
it gets positively charged.
Yes.
So he has done with experiment.
Yeah.
Then what he says is, you take the water, sips of water, you drink the
Yes.
water.
Yeah.
After some time,
Right.
taking cue from this,
जी.
I am a very caring person.
जी.
I am a very caring
Caring
person.
person. Right.
So the water now becomes a caring water.
Mm-hmm.
It changes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I take some sips of water
Right.
and then I say to water
Yeah.
that I have gratitude towards my parents.
Yeah.
As you have mentioned, gratitude
Right.
towards your grandpapa, papa,
Yes. Yes.
gratitude towards God,
Right. Yeah.
gratitude towards my family members,
Right. Right.
gratitude, ABCD. Yes, there are so many things for which we
Exactly.
should be
Yeah.
honestly thankful.
Yes.
You
Yes.
say to the water,
100%. Yeah.
and then you drink water.
Right.
Okay.
जी.
Now, water, this charged water,
Yeah.
goes to the entire body.
Yes.
It goes to each cell, he says.
Right. Right.
And when it goes to the each cell is charged positively.
Exactly.
Then what happens, he says,
Mm-hmm.
because positive charge जब ज्यादा आ गया,
जी.
negative बाहर भागता है. Negativity is out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that negative thing, because positive negative का balance करना पड़ेगा. Physics
Exactly.
में,
100%.
chemistry में cation, anion, balance करना
100%.
पड़ेगा.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that negativity, which is collected,
जी.
he says, you can pass on that negativity
जी.
by earthing. Earthing. What
Right.
is
Right.
earthing?
I
He
think
says, when you do yoga,
Yeah.
you sit with your lower legs connected to earth.
Yes. Yes.
So the negativity goes to earth. Earth
Yes.
सारी negative चीज को खींच लेगा.
100%.
हाँ, तो आपकी बॉडी में वाटर चला गया, पॉजिटिव इमोशन चला गया,
Yes.
और नेगेटिव चीज जो है वो अर्थ ने ले ली.
Right.
ठीक है ना?
Yes.
तो वन कैन से थैंक यू अर्थ.
Yes.
माँ धरती होती है ना सर, धरती माँ
बिल्कुल
होती है सर.
बिल्कुल.
उसी से तो वेजिटेबल्स होते हैं, फ्रूट्स होते हैं, सब कुछ होते हैं सर.
100%.
What I'm trying to convey is,
Yeah.
in spirituality, what I have learned is, over the years, is
Yeah.
people want to do spirituality, but people want to do with some practical methods,
Right.
doable methods.
Exactly.
कि भाई हमको कोई तरीका बता दो
Right. Right.
जिसको हम आसानी से कर सके साथ. ठीक है ना?
जी. जी.
Right? So, sir, I do it, sir.
जी.
I do it. And after all, I was just doing a introspection of myself.
Yeah.
That why I am more positive than others. I have done research on this.
Yeah.
समाज में जाता हूँ, 25 लोग खड़े हैं, someone says, डॉक्टर साहब, you have got a more energy.
Right.
अरे, I have got more energy, but कैसे आ गई एनर्जी?
बिल्कुल.
मैं भी वही चावल खा रहा हूँ, मैं भी वो दाल खा रहा हूँ, मैं भी वो
जी.
सब्जी
जी.
खा रहा हूँ.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
then my food is safe.
Yes. Yes.
But how I have got more energy?
Right.
So, because I have worked on myself.
बिल्कुल.
I
Exactly.
have
That is
worked on myself in decreasing negativity.
right.
तो positive हो जाता.
Right. I am
Just
100%
I'm
sure that's
sharing you अपने water can. So
yes. nahi. So again, this is the very important term that whatever the Dr. Umesh Khurana have been discussed is like really phenomenal. This is also the experience what he is sharing over time practice. And you have another experience which Sakshi is keep sharing and other speakers are keep sharing. Then you have a my experience as well, which I'm sharing with you all. So now again, I will come to the this same part, like what is the water again, which is very beautifully explained by the Dr. Umesh ji. But this is the five elements. If you want to go and adopt it as a practically way, the water is the biggest source of the five elements, which is reaching to your body, right? So, so charging is the one thing which is now the people have started taking in different terms, like I am charging my body or I can do this, because people love to hear the such terms. It's give them some kind of like some way people say kundalini, which is not required to use it. It is actually the lie, not kundalini even. So there is a difference in these terms. So don't go in that terms, but what is the understanding of this, that water have these five elements in itself: ground, earth, space, and all these five elements, the fire elements, the other kind of khanij, the minerals, what are water carrying. And now what is happens, any kind of sickness, disease, or mentally or physically, like changes or ailments, why is occurring? Because there is a lacking of the some particular elements, some minerals, some dhatus in your body. And the water is the most important healing factor, or the medicine, I will say, which you should definitely eat into the right manner. And if you can do the positive things with the water, as Dr. mentions, amazing. That's going to be enough to heal you and to cure you, to give you the light. Sometimes when I was talking about, like, when you're cooking the food, can you just put that spirit and that divinity in that key? What I cook today is not to eat. It is to develop your body. It is to develop your growth. It is to develop your, mental states. It is going to be nourish us all together as a family, as a community, as individual, and this food is going to the most profound energies to create in my body, to help my all five bodies, to help my progress or my daily concerns, etc. Now, as soon as you start thinking this, you are into the spirituality. And when you are thinking, even having this thought itself is very divine. When you are looking and thinking about the others, about the food, about the elements, what you are picking to cook, all this connectivity to each and everything what you are doing is going to be the very divine. And that divinity, when comes in life, the spirituality has no space to skip. It has to come up. So make your life divine. Try to find that divinity in every aspect of your action, of course. Definitely will lead you to the best of the best spirituality. Even as a doctor or as a teacher, if you are connecting to your students or your person, you definitely can come up with that divine thoughts in you, that what I'm going to do to my patient or my student is going to the best way possible to help them. Best way
Acha,
possible
Anand,
to help them.
another
Yes.
question, sir. Very
Right.
interesting. I know you will give a right
See,
answer to this.
sir,
You are very,
thank
very,
you for
very,
your
very
trust.
interesting. Very, very
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
Actually, Sakshi had told me
Ji.
that we should have more and more interactions. So
Yes.
that becomes very, very interesting.
100%.
Very, very
Yes,
interesting.
yes, yes, yes.
So, why some people get up at 4 o'clock in the morning,
Ji.
and some people, कितना भी बोल दो, alarm लगा दो, they
Yes.
don't get up before 8 o'clock in the morning.
Ji.
Is there any spiritual connection? I'm just, there are some persons who get up 4 o'clock in the morning.
जी.
मतलब अमृत बेला में वो उड़ जाते हैं,
Yes.
5 बजे उड़ जाते हैं वो.
Yes.
दूसरों में आप कुछ भी कर लो, they
Yes.
will sleep at 12 o'clock.
Right, right.
They will get up at 10
Yes,
o'clock
sir,
in the morning.
100%. I will say what happens, sir, with these kind of people who are not able to wake up, and the people who are able to wake up 4 o'clock, again, they comes to their root. They understand their nature. Their nature lead them to the most beneficial, terms of their life. Like for example, I wake up every day around 4:30 and something like that time. I mean, 4:30 is maximum. I will wake up, and there are days when my body is telling me like, yes, I need to have that rest. So, like I says, if you are too much spiritual, that's not the good. If you are too much into all other things, that's also not good. Like too much sweet can lead you to the diabetic, and too less sweet can also lead you for some deficiency in your body. So is there any ways that we can look for this? Like for example, I'm gonna come Dr. Saab on that, but before also I want to mention these few things. Like we have this terms to put the what you call this, sun, right, to give the water to the sun. But yes, for doing that is the right time to do this is 6 o'clock to 6:30. In between these of the time, the water should be given to the sun. गिविंग इस टाइम से किसी भी टाइम पे आप परे दोगे, उसके बाद आप दोगे 6:30 के बाद, that will 100% increase the inflammatory effect in you, that will increase the anger in you, that will increase the some kind of instability of your mental state in you. So this is what going the impact of giving the water on the wrong time and giving the water into the right time. Same way, if you are waking up in a 4 o'clock, you realize one day, 2 days, like, wow, this is so difficult. I will not do this next time. I will not do this next time. I will not do this next time. There, the time comes when you will completely stop. And one day you wake up 4 o'clock and you give that chance yourself, like, wow, I wake up in the morning, my house people are sleeping, I am up. I see the different kind of air is touching to my body, a different kind of sky is felt by you, and that time you feel the environment have a different kind of peacefulness, a calmness, the freshness, the aura of that hours are totally touching your heart. You are feeling that inside out in you. Then the next day you feel like, okay, I will wake up maybe 4:10 today, not 4 o'clock, but 4:10. Okay, 4:10 you wake up and you say like, yeah, better. I could have been get up early. I would have been this 10, 15 extra minute more. So are you able to add on that 1, 2, 3 extra minutes in your waking up practice? It's okay. You will wake up one day 4 o'clock. You will next day will maybe 5 o'clock. But are you working toward that? No, I have to wake up before the sun. And if this is going to be 5, or this is going to be the 5:30, or this is going to be the 4, that works for you, then yes, you are still not doing the right thing. If you need to do this, you need to set your time. Yes, I need to come up in a 4 o'clock and I have to wake up. And no matter what happens, आंधी तूफान, घर में उफान, कुछ भी हो आपकी जिंदगी में, वो 4 o'clock आपने उठना ही है. जब आप ऐसा 8 से 10 दिन कर लोगे ना, उसके बाद you don't need to force this action. And force is not right term. I will say it's like a guiding term, that you are guiding yourself from that all negative environments or negative way of conducting your life to the positive side. So it might need a little, bull from your side, little more, resistance from your side. But I think at the end, if you could do this for 8-7 days, there will be no 9th day that you will be not looking forward to wake up to the 4 o'clock. And now to the people are working till 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. So obviously what they will do, they will sleep for 8 o'clock, 11 o'clock. I know personally the people sleeping 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, but they have changed their bio, like clock, their own bio clock has been changed. But you cannot help these people unless they are ready to help themselves, and they are ready to say like, no matter what happens, my health is my priority, my adhyatma, my spirituality is my priority, my spirit to be nurtured, to be take care is my priority. Like for example, again I will come to these 5 bodies. when the any kind of disease, any kind of sickness or illness take place in your body, that doesn't comes immediately on your physical body. First it is there in mental body, then it is on your sukshma body, then it is coming to the your physical body. So are we aware? If we are not aware of our own terms of these five kosas and gunas, or these spiritual terms, you cannot sort. For me it is very easy to 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 smile on any complexity, or to come out from that complexity, because I have put my effort towards that direction, that leads me not to the troubles, but that leads me to the other solution or other to come out. And that process helps me also to clear and making my decisions very profound and very wisdom say oriented. It's not just like okay, I will not do or I will do. It's about understanding the course of action. What I'm going to do is how it is going to impact me, around me, my family, my people, or even the environmental factors. So when I'm thinking in that way, eventually my nature becomes what my true nature is. So all these practices are mean to bring you back to your true natures, which you have left once you started, like after 6 months of your birth, since the people impact start on you. Okay, your name is Sakshi, my name is Anand, you eat like this, you sleep like this. Like yesterday, Sakshi ji, aapse meri ek bahut achhi term pe baat ho rahi thi. And we have said like today's the counselors, the people are telling to the kids, like, okay, do this, be the good, be the more outgoing person, be the person who, like mingles with the people, have the brotherhoods, all these things. But they are not telling what should be the limitations of this. कल को आपका बच्चा उठ के बोलेगा कि मुझे रात को 11 बजे किसी से मिलना है. कल को आपका बच्चा बोलेगा कि मुझे 12 बजे जाके खाना खाना है. If you are allowing it, or you are agreeing with that, somewhere you are yourself is not right? Somewhere your lifestyle is also
Yes.
so how to such people life can be changed when they themselves are not there, and their kids also going to be worst of the worst what they are doing. So it's very important that take the responsibility of your own well-beingness, at the same time mindfulness, same time the spiritual aspect. And again, to spiritual aspect, because now I'm trying to conclude my session here. So the spiritual aspect is very important of your life. Without spiritualism, you cannot be a good teacher, you cannot be a good coach, you cannot be a good doctor, you cannot be a good yoga teacher. And again, this is not for people to practice outside. This is a first hand to practice your own. Do this practice in yourself, and things will automatically reflect outside. So very important. And how to bring the spirituality in your life? Start with gratitude. Very easy. Okay, if even you cannot do the gratitude, at least make sure that there is in your entire life, in your entire day, there is 24 hours. In these 24 hours, almost 6 hours you are sleeping, 2 hours you are taking up for your personal work, the rest of hours you are still up. What the actions are you doing? Can you bring the divinity in these actions, which I just talk about? Like, I'm doing this out of love. Even it is your enemy, I'm doing this out of love. I hope my enemy get the answer, they get the right terms in their buddhi. God helps them, universe helps them for turning the best version of them, not as an enemy, but as a good human being. Just forget what we have in the past association. Now what is going, yes, that physical enemy might be going on, you cannot stop, because it's the muscles reflection. So that is going to happen, and that's take a bit longer to change in your physical body. But you can start working on your sukshma bodies, your the layer beyond your this physical body. That is again your mental body, your anandmay coach, your blissful body. Can you connect your all the bodies to the blissful body? All these 4 bodies, like pranmay, matlab your breathing जो आप सांस ले रहे हो, life force अंदर जा रहा है, can that be the also very divine, very spiritual? Just not breathe, Just watch that pattern of your breathe. No matter, make sure that no matter what the conditions coming up, your breath should not change its speed, its pattern. It should be that consistency of your breath, that slowness, that depth of the breath should be continued. This is the most spiritual thing. Two things can heal you: water and your breath. That's only reach to your body, every single corner. They have only two elements have the power to transform you, to change you. And again, all other practices might be good terms, good thing to listen, but our हवा और पानी अच्छा नहीं है, हमारा हवा और पानी अच्छा नहीं है, so forget about anything. So do the first steps, that work on your breath. Make sure that it's a long deep breath. When you are breathing, notice your abdominal is coming upward, means your lungs are filling with the air, oxygen. As soon as your lungs fill with the oxygen, there must be the enhancement on your belly. That's the reflection of your lungs breathing. And when you exhale, that your breath is going out, sometimes your spinal cord slightly feeling shrink, and your belly is tucking in toward the spine with exhalation. Can we bring this practice regularly for the next 10, 12 days mindfully, by cautiously you reminding yourself, like, I will breathe only this way. Whenever you are remembering to know what I'm doing to my breath, again recall it, again come back to your practice. जब भी आपको याद आ जाए, 10 दिन करिए, and your breath will change and your life will change. I wrote it down if you want me to. I have done this in my life. I'm doing it with the many people in their life, and they have changed. So please do this small practice. One, like grounding. Sir was calling it earthing. I call it grounding. The grounding means you are in the connection with the ground at least once in a day, not your concrete ground. Just go in some kachi matti. If not there, the kachi matti, keep your gamla in the home, put your palms on them, or maybe the one corner of your head, have this kachi matti on the floor, and just stand there for a 5, 10, 20 minutes and watch the sun. If you watch the sun, if you can, amazing thing will happen. And again, I cannot make the spiritualism start in your life. I cannot teach the spiritualism, and the people who are such doing, I again say, recheck. The first thing is that it is your intention, your attention, and your determination toward the willingness to go in that, and to understand it, to adopt it, to adopt and then to embrace it in your life, and to maintain entire your last breath till that spirituality is an integrated part of. So thank you so much. I hope you will give the little chance in your life to see the things as I have given you the little point of view, to bring the spirituality through the gratitude, maybe through the inner reflections. You visit your breath, your water. All these things are very good to go in that. Anybody, please, if you have anything to discuss, talk, or answers, questions, anything, please feel free. We take
So
last
I
5
would like
minutes.
to say,
Yes.
so what I come to know from this whole discussion somewhere, that spirituality for a lame person, even somebody who's not aware of,
Right.
it exists in each one of us, whether we
Yes.
are aware or not. It
Yeah.
is not separate from us.
Well said.
Even just connecting to yourself or seeing yourself in your actions and analyzing itself is spirituality, but we are not aware.
Yes.
Right? So
Yes.
small actions, reflecting back on ourselves, whether it's gratitude, whether it's whatever we are practicing in various forms
Thank
today,
you.
everything
Yes.
brings us back to spirituality.
Yeah.
Right? It's there
Yeah.
within us, connecting to the core
Yeah.
nature of love, compassion, the need of every person. The connection with love itself is spirituality.
Bilkul.
Right? This is what I'm able to
Yeah.
gauge through the whole session.
Great.
Second, when we were talking about cooking, so I
Yeah.
would just like to highlight a little bit there.
Yeah.
So I see that, I am fond of cooking and I love cooking. So when I'm cooking, and even if I don't taste the food, whether the salt is proper or no, yet it turns out to be amazing
Yeah.
because I want to make it for my family. But the
Yeah.
moment I'm occupied and I'm, rushing around, or I don't want to make it that particular day, I will make 100 excuses and make it feel like it's embarrassment to me, like the term you used.
Yeah.
And definitely there will be something, less in the food. Even if you're trying it 10 times, the food will still not taste up the way it has to.
Yeah.
So yes, your presence of mind, your willingness to do what you're speaking to yourself, because internally I'm saying, I want to go out. I am not present in making the food. So it doesn't turn up the.
Yeah.
So this also exists in every area of our life, not only cooking, whatever work we are doing, or even if it's a communication, if we are not present while communicating with a person, these things will happen.
Right.
Yeah. So
Very good. So nicely explained, so nicely concluded. Thank you so much. Yeah.
yes, anyone, Sanjay ji, Dr. Umesh, any question, any feedback, any learning or any takeaways of the session that you would like to share? Yes, Dr. Umesh.
I will just mention the same thing, is that the power of, you can say, the power of love,
Mm.
the power of care.
Yeah.
And what I want to convey is that through these interactions,
Ji.
what has helped is that we have to make the subject of spirituality simple to understand,
Right.
so that every family adopts it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is definitely beneficial. And I'll also share one thing.
Please.
I heard one lecture by a neurologist of
Ji.
All India Institute of Medical Sciences.
Ji.
And in his presentation, he mentioned
Yeah.
how spirituality makes permanent changes in the brain.
Ji.
This was proved with MRI.
Yes.
So there are scientific evidences
Yeah.
that it has got many benefits.
Ji.
The big question is, when something is there which has got benefits,
Exactly. How we are
it should
taking
be
it.
practiced every home. हर
Yeah.
घर में ये practice होना चाहिए.
Exactly.
This is what sort of a
Yeah. And sir, I will also add on your this neurologist thing, that recently, a few months back, one person here in Khar, Mumbai, she's a very poor lady, and we found out that she has some loss of the white and gray matter in her, like uh, brain. And this was CT scan, MRI, every tested or documentation have been taken place. And right now she is just amazingly doing well, just practicing the few things which I have shared on the spiritual level with her, along with the some practice of the connecting to the nature and connecting to the water kind of things. And this is amazingly not back, but the impact of that, what was happening on her body, has been completely changed, and she feel right now that she do not have the such problems which she was about to forget, about to थोड़ा लड़खड़ाना उसकी जबान या हाथ का ऐसा हिलना, ये सारी चीजें automatically has been amazingly stopped, and she's very good now, no medicines she is on. So just wanted to add on this.
So also want to add on that there are many people or children who do not want to get associated with the term spirituality.
Yeah.
They feel that this is not the cool thing that, we want to face. So again, without connecting to the term spirituality and connecting to love and compassion can help us lead them to the path without letting certain things, certain beliefs of what they carry. We should not disturb them also. Accordingly, we can still divert and bring them to the
Yeah.
base root.
बिल्कुल.
So, yes.
Yes. Very good. So that was a nice interaction to everybody today. Thank you
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you all tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. Thank you, sir, for being a part
Thank
of
you so much.
PosiFest
Thank you so much.
always.
Yes. Always pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.